Bonjour à tous, bienvenue sur le Tech Shower Show, le premier show sur les nouvelles technologies en direct de la Silicon Valley. Et cette fois-ci, c'est pas en français, c'est en anglais, puisque je reçois Kieran Farr. Hello, Kieran.
Hey.
How's it going?
I'm good. I'm glad you're going to speak in English for this part.
Cool. I'm really glad you're here.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about you. What do you do and where are you from?
Sure. So I grew up in the Midwest,
Yes.
Indiana,
Okay.
and moved out here to San Francisco about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I've worked in advertising and taxi driving,
Okay.
and most recently I started a company here in San Francisco called VidSF.
VidSF. So, what is VidSF exactly?
So VidSF is a local TV outlet
Okay.
that produces original shows and news, entertainment, and nightlife coverage for San Francisco and the Bay Area.
Okay.
And this started about 2 years ago. Co-founder Steve, who's sitting in this room too,
right here.
we came up with a concept specifically to address what we saw as some failings with local television in the U.S.
Okay.
And those failings specifically are that local TV is really stuck in the 70s in terms of the formats and what they choose to cover, and it doesn't really strike that relevance for people that actually live in San Francisco or in the Bay Area.
So, do you meet those kind of people in the street? What kind of subject do you cover?
So we focus on things that you can do when you leave your door. So again, one of our criticisms of local media in general, especially television, is that it's very focused on high drama events that may not have any real effect on your life.
Okay.
So what we try to cover are those events that when you leave your door, you can actually go be a part of this.
Okay.
So the food wars, we do that with comedian Ron Vai. It's
Activities.
a fantastic example. What's that?
Activities too.
Exactly.
Right?
So these are things that I can be involved in, and they're things that we try to cover events and happenings that are really important to the communities that we serve.
Oh, okay.
To try to get people to really feel that connection. That's what I believe about local media, is that there's that power to unite people and bring them closer together.
So VidSF, it's really to connect people and to be closer to what's happening around you, right?
Right. And to use that power, the video is a powerful medium. And
of course.
I think that there's a lot of potential to use it in a better way to serve, especially the buzzword is the hyper-local.
Okay.
But I would just say just local communities, so at the size of San Francisco. And to compare that with what regional affiliates have to do, so because I'm an affiliate, my spectrum broadcasts to a very wide area.
Okay.
And the very definition of the fact that I'm broadcasting this frequency over that large of an area is such that I can really only cover regional things, and I don't have the ability to cover these small areas.
I see.
So that's also an advantage in a sense for us, that we have the ability to kind of micro-target just the city kind of San Francisco, or other areas as we choose.
I see. So what kind of audiences do you have?
It's a good question. So one of the things that's a key component of this project has also been our software platform.
Okay.
And so we wrote this ourselves and have been building on it. And
so it's in-house development.
It's in-house, yeah, it's an in-house solution. And what this allows us to do is to aggregate our audience on multiple types of outlets. So for example, we broadcast obviously on VidSF.com. And then we work with affiliate sites that we co-produce content with. They will syndicate our content. Then we work with broadcast affiliates, and they'll syndicate our content. And then we do podcasting, live streaming, YouTube. We have a partnership with them to provide footage for their youtube.com/news.
Okay.
So when you start to aggregate all those audiences, it becomes a property that has 200, 300,000 people that interact with that brand every month. The interesting thing, and this is where media is going, is that no longer can a brand be tied to one medium. So I can't just be VidSF.com. It's not going to work. I'm not going to get the set of numbers you need.
And it's all about social media too.
Totally.
And if I hear about your show, I'm gonna share it on Facebook and share it everywhere. On YouTube and stuff like that.
Over 95% of our viewership, the people that actually watch a video, comes not from VidSF.com, but with all of these other outlets and all these other channels that we use. Again, everything from live streaming to podcasting, YouTube. That's where media is going, is that fragmentation. So having that custom software that kind of allows us to distribute that out like that
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And I heard also that you have a special feature you're broadcasting live too, right?
Yeah, so that's something we've been doing over the past few months.
Okay.
We were partnering a lot with Justin TV, especially to bring TEDx Soma as an event we broadcast live in partnership with Parasoma.
Okay.
And that was a great success, and it was really neat to kind of have that combination for us of the technical ability and the production side, with the Parasoma crew who has the event planning side, and then with the Justin TV crew. And because it's really unique content like TED,
Okay.
we were able to get that featured on their front page, and that brought a couple 100,000 viewers.
I see.
And yeah,
And we talked about TED conferences with Misha from Twitter a
he
couple
used to
of
work there, right?
exactly
Yeah.
a couple of Tech Shower ago. So it's pretty nice to be able to broadcast live.
Totally. Yeah, it really is a game changer too. And the funny thing about live, you never know what sort of audience you're going to have.
Yeah, of course.
So sometimes when we do something live, we'll have like 50, 100 people viewing. Sometimes when we do a live, we'll have like 10,000 people viewing. And it depends on, well, is it going to be picked up in this directory? Is it something that really resonates with people as they log on to these live streaming platforms?
Of course.
But it's interesting as a medium. It's not predictable.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
So you have another activity which I really like, and it's an iPhone application, right?
Yeah.
And you are an advisor for this application in
Right.
development.
Yeah, so the application is called Cabulous.
Cabulous, okay.
It's an iPhone application. Soon it'll be on other platforms that
Okay.
make it very easy for taxi drivers to advertise their location
Okay.
on a map, and then the passengers can easily say, okay, there's a guy right near me, and then hail that driver right through their phone and talk to that driver directly.
Oh, okay. So it's not a booking system, not a booking application.
Correct.
It's to hail cabs.
Right, so
Directly.
the terminology that you've heard me use before is that it's like having a big electronic thumb,
Okay.
especially in areas like San Francisco where that density isn't quite the same as Manhattan. You
course.
really need those extra few blocks of visibility as a cab driver to get enough business for you to make money during the day.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you can see where the cabs are on the map.
It's a passenger. If I'm a passenger,
passenger?
just logging in with my iPhone to the Cabulous. It's a free app in the iTunes store.
Okay.
And then it shows me the map of where are the taxis. I can click on one.
Live, of course.
Live, yeah.
Okay.
And it updates even their location as they're moving. I can see where they're going. So
Wow.
I can see, if there's some guy that's coming inbound on the highway
Okay.
towards Soma, I'm like, okay, he's on the highway, but I know he's coming this way.
This way, so I can
hail
help
him. Exactly.
Okay. And I have also his phone number, so I can call him to confirm.
Right, so we have a privacy middle layer so we don't give out the phone numbers directly.
Okay.
But you can click the call button and it'll hide the phone numbers
The
from
phone
both
number.
parties to keep, again, privacy for both parties
Okay.
accurate. And then we're connected through Twilio is the service that we're using for that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So it's totally free on the App Store.
Right, so for passengers it's totally free. For drivers, it took us some thinking to come up with a pricing schedule that worked well for them. But it's pretty simple. We just charge them $1 for their entire shift,
Okay.
no matter how many hails they get. So
Oh,
if they
wow.
get one hail, it's already worth their while because a hail is at least $10.
And you have to be partner to be in this territory as
So,
a cab driver.
As a cab driver, you have to sign in as a cab driver.
Okay.
So you just create a cab driver account. You do have to enter in your license number for the city, your city taxi license number, so that we know that it's only for legal drivers. That's
Okay.
a big part of our policy,
Oh, okay.
so that we don't have strangers driving around, putting people in the back of their Honda Civic or whatever.
Okay.
So when they sign up and they're validated as a legal driver, then they can advertise their location.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's really an awesome app, and you should check that out. It's only available in San Francisco, though.
Right now, we are spending a lot of marketing effort in
Okay.
San Francisco, but it does work anywhere.
Oh,
it's
it does
based
work anywhere,
Off
okay.
of the simple Google Maps API,
Oh, okay.
and it works.
So it's
we have-
expandable.
Totally. We have drivers who are online in Spain, Germany, a lot of drivers now in Southern California.
Okay.
So LA is the next market that Cabulous is really looking at. And so the drivers themselves become the product evangelists, because for them, it's a really cool way to connect with the customer. So if
course.
you're a good driver, and instead of giving out your phone number, because then people don't know where you are, they don't know if you're driving or not, you give them your Cabulous ID, they mark you as a favorite, and then they
And
can
then
say,
you can call them back, or like hail them back.
right, and so when I load up the phone as a passenger, once I've made my favorite driver, like let's say that somebody really likes Kieran Farr, that's my username on Cabulous. They
Okay.
enter that in as a favorite. and then they can just see, oh, there's a star by my car, a little icon, and it says, oh, he's my favorite. Oh yeah, that's Kieran. He took me once or twice downtown. So then you can hail him, and even if I'm a little bit further away, but you as a passenger like that experience, you're willing to wait. And so as a cab driver, that's a way that I can make more money because
people like you. I mean, they used to have you.
So in that sense, in new markets, we're finding that there's a few key drivers that drive that, again, product evangelism. So they are doing all of this active outreach because it's going to make them more money.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your time, Kieran.
Thank you.
And you're welcome back anytime on the Tech Shower Show.
Yeah.
Merci encore d'avoir suivi le Tech Shower Show. N'oubliez pas le concours iPad donc le concours iPad et iPod Nano pour gagner justement un iPad et un iPod Nano. La date limite c'est le 10 avril, donc j'espère voir votre nom dans le concours et on se revoit très vite et on se voit la semaine prochaine pour un nouveau Tech Shower Show.